Hi, this is Valentine Babe VA, and I really wanted to tell this story because I think it's really funny. I won't lie, I love drama, but I don't like unnecessary drama. Like, this is a fun drama story, but I don't care to be like,
I'm calling this person out because...
But I still think that this is a really funny story and I want you guys to hear it. As you guys know, I set up this art share and said that anyone promoting in the replies, if I liked their art, then I would commission them. So I messaged this person and I said, hey, I want to commission you. And when they applied for the commission, one of the pieces that they had was of a femboy character. And because of that, I wanted my femboy character to be drawn. And I was very inspired by the pose and the outfit. So I told them, hey, I want the pose to be similar to this drawing that you made. And I also want the outfit to be the same, but with different colors. So anyway, I sent them all that. And then afterwards, I sent my references. Now, I don't have reference photos for all my characters, mainly because there's like 50 of them and my time is limited as it is. So what I did is that I sent every important drawing of them that I could find. I sent them all the references that I had and I said, if you have any questions, let me know. This is important. You know, I sent all that and they didn't really have much to say. They were just like, oh, okay, I'll get it done soon. The next day, I get an update on the sketch and it's not exactly how I asked for the drawing to be, so I gave some very polite critique and suggestion on what I actually wanted. I said, oh, hey, the horns aren't drawn correctly, I want the pose to be different, and the facial expression isn't how I described either. So anyway, I sent all that, and it's littered with hearts and smiley faces because that is how I type. And it's my way of tone indicating that I'm being positive and that I'm not mad and that I'm just trying to give positive, constructive critique and not trying to, like, bash the person. That is my way of using, like, positive tone indicators, just putting hearts and smiley faces. And they respond back in like a really passive-aggressive manner. They respond back with, I was going off of what you sent, but okay, I'll fix it when I start drawing again. In my head, I thought, wow, that sounds really passive-aggressive, but toned indication on the internet is very hard to understand, and I completely understand that, so I brushed it off. I didn't say anything about it, and I moved on. At the time, I was busy. I was like doing work, but they send me the improved sketch. They said, this is what I got. I'm moving on to the line art now. Like straight up. And this is where I get to the part of why I'm telling this story. Money! Not only do I think that it's funny and entertaining, but I think that a lot of artists can learn a lesson from this. That this is not how you conduct a commission. I'm not going to stand on a high horse. I've only been doing commissions for 6 years, and I'm not the most professional person or the most professional artist, but I can at least say that if my commissioner is having an issue with this sketch and has said to me like, hey, this is not correct, I would not send them the improved sketch and then immediately say, I'm moving on to the line art now. Like, no. Take this as advice if you are an artist. If your commissioner wants you to fix something, don't move on to the line art until they have approved the fix you made. First of all, they're paying you for something, and second of all, if you move on to the line art without them giving the go-ahead, you might just be doing extra work for yourself. You might be like, I'm gonna move on to the line art now, and then they respond an hour later saying, hey, you still need to fix something. And that's exactly what happened. I said, this still isn't what I wanted. And while I was in the middle of typing what exactly was wrong with it, they sent me the flat color. Like, what? Like, why would you color it? It's the same issue. Don't move on to the coloring until the commissioner has approved it. So anyway, so they sent me the flat color, and not only is there no difference between the sketch and the line art, because it's not a sketch, it was line art, and I'll get back to that, but the colors are wrong as well. And now you have to fix even more things because you couldn't wait for your commissioner to give the okay. So anyway, after they sent the flat color, because again, I was in the middle of giving my reason why it still wasn't correct, I continued by saying, I still think that the horns aren't quite accurate to how they're supposed to look. And if you're having trouble, I can help you by giving more references. Heart. I understand that I wasn't quite clear with how I wanted the post to look near the beginning, but I hope it isn't too late to change it. Heart. Again, I'm trying to be as positive as possible because I don't want this person to think that I'm like being negative or being mean and trying to like rag on their art. I'm just genuinely trying to help them because I'm commissioning them for something I want. I don't want them to think that I want something I didn't ask for. And shortly after, they send me a DM that begins the drama. They say, then you know what? I'm sorry, you'll have to find someone else to commission. I'm not in the right headspace right now. I'm literally going off of your reference sheet, multiple images that you gave me, and it still isn't right. So I give up. Please find someone else. I'm not in the right headspace to do this. And again, even though I will give them the benefit of the doubt, this still sounds very angry and very passive aggressive to me. And to me, it felt like they just exploded at me because they didn't do my commission right. So then I just simply said, all right, then I will. And I moved on. Unfortunately, this person decided to vague post about me, I think literally 5 minutes after it happened. I'm on Twitter and I see a post from them. It said, oh, just and FYI, if you do commission me, please send one full clear reference sheet. I had to cancel a commission with a client because too many things went wrong and not enough explanation was given. If you didn't get the expression you wanted in the drawing, then please send a quick sketch of what you mean. I'm not good with descriptions. Thanks. Or for better wording for this, make sure when you commission an artist, you're very clear with what you want. This was super confusing and it felt like my client was being very picky with what things went wrong, but hey, I was going off of what they were saying. So already off the bat, I'm pissed off. One, because you're vague posting about me, and two, because you're literally lying. Not just lying as in like making shit up, but lying as in like twisting the facts and implying that you said things that you didn't. Because throughout this entire message history that we had, not once did they say, hey, can you clarify what expression you want? Can you clarify what pose you want? Can you give me a proper full reference sheet? No, not once did they ask me that. But they're gonna go on Twitter and act like they did and act like I'm the terrible person? Like, what? It just made me so pissed off because it's like, you're literally lying for internet sympathy points. To me, it's really, really scummy to lie so that people feel bad about you. Like, oh, poor me. I had this horrible, evil, terrible client who was just so picky and so confusing. Oh, and I definitely tried to communicate that to them based on this very vague tweet. Like, no, you didn't. You didn't tell me once. And if you did, I would have done it. If you said, hey, I'm really confused. I don't really understand what expression you want. If you had asked me that, I would have fucking cracked out my sketchbook, done the pose, sent it to you, and been like, I hope this helps. I literally said earlier in the conversation, if you're having trouble drawing the horns, I can give you references. What? If I'm offering to give you references, why not take advantage of that and say, oh, hey, can I get references for other things, like the expression or the pose or what exactly you want? Can you be more clear with me? It's not that fucking hard to just communicate with someone, especially if you're gonna go on Twitter and talk about it anyway. Like, oh, I'm gonna go on Twitter and be like, hey, I want one full reference sheet whenever I get commissioned, but I'm only realizing it now instead of in DMs with this person. No, I'm just gonna fucking end it and then talk about it on Twitter for pity points. I hate it. I hate this tweet and I hate everything that I'm about to tell you. So obviously I see this and I'm like, what the fuck? So I responded to it and I said, you know, I can see this, right? I don't have a reference sheet for that character, and I did my best to be as clear as possible. I even offered to get you more references for you if you were having trouble. You also never asked me to send, quote, one full clear reference sheet. If you did, I would have tried to draw something for you to that effect. And that's true too. You know why? Because I did that for some of my other commissioners. So if this person had just been a little bit more willing to communicate with me, then this whole drama would have never even happened. So they respond to me and say, yes, I know you can, but as I stated, I'm not in the right mindset to do what you had asked. It's cool if you're upset with me, and I get that. I hope you do find someone though. Good luck. Like, how am I upset? But this whole tweet just makes it seem like, oh, this client is so mad at me. Oh no, woe is me. I'm not in the right mindset. Except that I'm gonna go on Twitter and beg for commission commissions. Because yeah, this person is trying to get commissions left and fucking right. How they got in contact with me was promoting their commissions under my tweet about it. Oh, maybe they weren't in the right headspace after. They still promoted their commissions literally 30 minutes after it happened. Poor little artist, give me money. Maybe you shouldn't ask for that when literally your last commission you weren't in the right headspace. Maybe if you're not in the right headspace to do commissions, you shouldn't promote your commissions. Maybe you should take a break, reassess how you do commission work, and chill out. I understand that I might be like going out on a limb here because I'm re-experiencing the emotions that I had during this, but I still think that that's a valid complaint. If you're not in the right headspace to take my commission, maybe you're not in the right headspace to take any commission. So you would think that it ended there. It didn't. They made another vague tweet, another one, and they said, couldn't do my client's commission. Made a post asking if when people do commission me to be more clear, and they got pissed off thinking it was about them. Great, now I feel like I failed as an artist. Can't even do one simple commission. It literally was about me. Don't pretend like it isn't. Don't pretend like I'm irrational because you very clearly made a vague post about me. Like, come the fuck on. You're doing this for imaginary internet pity points, and it's literally lying about me. I fucking hate that. That is so disrespectful and so scummy, but not as scummy as what I found out a couple days later. So remember that at the beginning of this story, I said that what I wanted from them was inspired by an artwork that they had already made. They had already drawn a photo of their OC in a certain pose with a certain type of outfit. And I was inspired by that, and I said I wanted a similar pose with the same outfit. Now, this is an altered version of the artwork, but like, fucking look at this. This is the original. This is my commission. It's the exact same lines, same pose, same everything. Original, commission. Original, commission. It's the exact same fucking line art. No fucking wonder they didn't want to change anything, because they were getting $20 for literally repurposing something they already drew. If you're an artist that takes commissions, never repurpose your previous line art for a commission. They are paying you. They are paying you for a new product. That is borderline scam. That is a scummy thing to do, and it's even scummier that this person did that and then tried to play victim after. I'm so tired. Hey everybody, Future Valentine here. I just want to mention a few things before the video ends. If you liked this story, if you thought I was funny, if you like my editing, if you like anything about it, leave a like and a comment and I don't know, maybe subscribe to my channel. I don't normally post story times, but I make a lot of voiceover content, and if you do like this story time and I see an overwhelming amount of support for it, I might make another one. I have a lot of funny stories like this. And if you really like me, like, I mean really, really like me, I have a Patreon. I do art and voice stuff, and you can pick whatever tier suits you best. I also want to mention that the thumbnail was drawn by Artificial Void. Here's their Twitter. They're my friend, and they make great art, and I commissioned them for this thumbnail, and it looks amazing. Please go support them if you can. I also want to mention that before you rush to my DMs to offer to draw the commission, I already commissioned someone else to draw it. This is actually one of my favorite commissions that I've gotten from this art share. This artist had nothing to do with the drama. Don't bother them about it. If you're gonna do anything, either commission them or love bomb their amazing art. This Kiiru Commission was done by Out of Sight Trash on Twitter. Again, they had nothing to do with this story, nothing to do with this drama. I just really like this art because it's really pretty. And finally, once again, I want to reiterate, don't go finding anyone mentioned in this video. This is not so you can go and try to right what was wronged for me. This is not any way like that, and I don't support anyone that does that kind of thing. I think it's frankly disgusting. So please don't do that. Thank you. So anyway, that is the end of my commission story time. I hope you thought the story was funny and entertaining, and I might do more story times if you guys like this kind of content. Love you guys. Bye.